Oh, she's a real kidney punisher today, boys. 100 miles or so from the base. New used tool there. Away we go. Oh, we gotta turn that off. Don't want YouTube or somebody claiming the rights. Welcome back to the channel. We'll get on home here. Hopefully this video doesn't get too Blair Witchy. But I suppose if it does, you won't be seeing this. Filming a little introduction here. It's a video that I've been thinking about for a while now, since it happened. Messing around with should I do this? Should we do this video? And I decided we're going to do it because two fronts I post about with small business especially is I want to post about the things, like the lessons and the things that I wish somebody would have told me. And this falls into that category. So it's something we all deal with, a one-star business review. And the second reason here is it's interactive. Like I want feedback. I'd like an open dialogue on what everybody's opinion is. I'm going to start with that, explain that a little bit. A one-star review, be it on whatever platform, is it possibly a good thing? Could it be made into a good thing? And what I mean by that is, myself personally, how I do. I don't use reviews a lot when deciding whether or not to shop a business. But when I do, I go to click the lowest reviews, one-star reviews. Those are the ones I want to read. As most everybody knows nowadays, you can buy reviews. You can buy 5-star reviews. You can bribe your customers into 5-star reviews. Which, point of note there, I have never ever done that. I've never put up so much as a sign encouraging someone to leave us a review. If they leave us a review, I want it to be non-compensated, entirely on that person's own merit. They took the time out and wanted to leave us a review. And anybody can get 5-star reviews. There's literally companies out there that will sell you 10, 100, 1,000, whatever, how much money you want to spend for 5-star reviews. Now back to the 1-star review. What I mean by that, I go, when I'm looking at reviews, who did this company piss off? And I read the review and see if I feel like there's any merit to it. And then, did the company respond? And if so, how did they respond? And based on those 2 points of evidence, which is all you have, I make my decision on that. Do I side with the customer, like I think they did this person wrong? Or do I side with the business and this person is being unreasonable? Because with the internet nowadays, unfortunately, it gives unreasonable people a microphone. Someone that normally nobody would listen to has a microphone in there, and they oftentimes choose to use that. So you take all that with a grain of salt, I guess, that it is. It's a hard thing as a small business, because good, bad, or indifferent, that's a reflection of how someone feels about you. To me, it's not just my business, that is me personally that you signed a 1 to a 5-star system to. So I've been in business, this is year 12, full time, this is year 12. And in that time, background here, I've got reviews that were not 5 stars across various platforms. Now, as you may have guessed, those 3 reviews were 1 star. The first was left on a social media platform by a woman who left no description, was never a customer, had never set foot on our property, ever been in business. The only connection I can make there is that her husband, I think, worked for a subcontractor on the building of our building. I don't know what happened there. The subcontractor was paid. There was an exchange in labor and repairs. I didn't, not how we wanted to do it, but they wanted to do it. At any rate, I reached out to this person about it. Did you leave this by mistake? Something we can do to explain it. And she blocked me, and that was that. Second 1-star review I ever got was, and this person, I dug into it on the internet, self-billed themselves as something like the guerrilla terrorist of the internet. I believe it was the guerrilla terrorist of the internet, this person called themselves. Had gotten into a disagreement with an employee on an online conversation. I don't know who was right, who was wrong, and I never saw it. Either way, it's not, by most platforms, grounds for a review on a business. So I had no problem. I got that one removed because this person had never been to our business, was never a customer, was located on the other side of the contiguous United States. So I'm pretty sure, it's a fairly safe bet they've never even been to our town. Got that one. Now the third one. The third one, which is the one that inspired this video that I just got, did come from a customer. This person was problems, was not a desirable client. We approved we inspected the vehicle. It had been parked for several years, found many things wrong with it, required to pass DOT inspection. They said they didn't have the money, but did approve repairs. We performed the repairs. It was real questioning on parts. So I took them out under the vehicle when the work was done and showed them the shiny new parts on their vehicle. They signed the invoice, they signed the credit card transaction, not so much as a complaint. And they come to pick the truck up and it wouldn't start. And I never charged them. The truck had been sitting for several years. At this point, I want the vehicle gone, I want them gone. So a week later, the 1-star review pops up. And that's where I made the mistake, because I'd have had no problem getting it pulled, because it was full of slanders, lies about, there was 3 distinct lies in there. For example, said we replaced parts that were not authorized, which we have records, multiple phone conversations of approved repairs as we went, because we were on such a short lease with the vehicle. On top of the signed invoice acknowledging the repairs and the agreement to pay, and the same with the signed credit card transaction. I called the person. They said, okay, I said, there's legal implications for what you did here. That's not legal. They're like, okay, we'll take it down, but you're getting another one. Okay, fine, I guess. So then the review goes down, and they waited a few days. Thought I wouldn't see it. And then the review came up, this one. So that's the review. They rephrased it as an opinion piece. And I won't go into great detail. I did my research on the individual. This is habitual behavior for them. Fortunately, there's bad apples in this world. So, how do I handle it? This person, and I don't want to attack character, but I felt that this is where the review came from primarily, is that they didn't want to perform repairs, but demanded a signed inspection. So they asked me to falsify the inspection. And this vehicle transports hazmat. Not that we would falsify one for somebody who didn't. Stating that I'm not liable for it, and this and that, which is, there's limitations on liability, but it's, forget the legal matters, morally, it's not something I am willing to do. If you pay for an inspection, and you get the list if the vehicle does not pass, and I don't even, the way I handle it, if you want to perform your own repairs, that's fine. You take the vehicle, you do your repairs, bring it back, and we'll sign off on it. I don't even charge to perform that inspection again. Now, it needs to be done immediately. I'm not going to sign off on it 60 days later or anything like that. But if you don't have the money or don't wish to part with it or want to do the repairs yourself, it's fine. It's a tough world. We all got to do what we got to do to make our livings. So then I thought about it, and I wrote my reply, and do I try and get it pulled because this person asked me to engage in illegal activity, which I refuse to do? I've decided for now not to put any effort into that, to leave it up there for the reasons that I stated at the beginning of this video, that if I do use reviews, I base my purchases on 1-star reviews. So here's the reply I wrote. So I went as far as I could to assess the situation. This is where I think the 1-star review is coming from. This is why we cannot please this individual. So what do you think, Paul? Could it be a good thing? Is that, do you base your purchases on 1-star reviews? Who else thinks like that? Is it a majority? Am I alone in my thoughts? Tell me what you think in the comments. As a small business, we'll start a playlist here and go from there. And I think there'd be a lot of benefit of a roundtable discussion. It's a roundtable discussion and share your thoughts and feelings. Sure open my eyes to things I haven't thought of before, or maybe shift my entire opinion based on it.